Well, hey there everyone. So this week we're gonna take it a little bit easier than last week, or a lot of bit easier than last week. And I'm just gonna sew something quick. So this might be a quicker video. But let's just get into it. So I was looking at my closet and realized that most of the clothing that I own is geared towards winter. And I live in Arizona. Although it is a million degrees outside, even though I don't leave, I needed some more summer clothes. So I ended up picking up this really cute curtain and it gave me an idea. So I wanted to make a cute little like summer dress. Like something you could go in like a picnic to, or just like wear a cute little dress around. So that's what I'm going to be doing today. Let's get into what the heck I am going to do for it. So I did end up getting two patterns from Etsy. The first one, which I'm going to be using the bodice for, was from this lovely person on Etsy. And then the second one I will be using the skirt portion for from this lovely person on Etsy. So those are the two patterns that I'm gonna Frankenstein together. So for the first one, I liked the top, but I was a bit concerned about the bottom not fitting all of my curves properly. And then for the top, for the second one that I'm using the bottom for, I really liked the bottom because it would like accentuate my curves, but the top didn't look like it would fit the biddies too well, so I just mashed them together, and I hope it works. So yeah, the first thing I had to do, print out the pattern, cut out the material. I ended up having like just enough to do this with the material that I had, because I only had one of these blue curtains, so I could not screw up. So for the bodice, there were a couple components, but I ended up just using two pieces out of the bodice. So the front piece is like this big piece because it's meant to be ruffled, so I ended up just using that for both the front and the back, so that both the front and the back were ruffled, and the arms were also big and ruffly. So after I cut out the pieces, I'm gonna get back to you and tell you what I'm doing after that. Alright, now that the pieces are cut out, to sew the bodice together, I'm just going to sew it together at the sides, and then take the arms, sew them together at the sides, and then sew it onto the bodice. And then from there you have this like really long piece, so I'm just going to roll over the hem on the entire top and the arms so that I can feed an elastic through it. So I'm just going to go ahead and feed an elastic through it, and that's going to give me that gathered look, and also it's more comfortable so I can move it from like being on my shoulders or off the shoulders if I want. So once I do that, I'm going to again put some elastic in the cuff of the arm so that also can be ruffled and fit comfortably. So I'm going to catch you back after all that. Alright, now at this point in the bodice, I'm going to set this aside and work on the skirt. So pretty much for the skirt, you have all of these panels and you just sew them all together. So I think that's 7 panels in total. There's a middle, 2 side fronts, 2 side backs, and then 2 backs. I don't think that mathed right, but yeah. So pretty much you just do that, and then you just connect them all. And so I wanted to do the skirt before I finished the shirt, the bodice, because I wanted to make sure the gathering was correct. So once I do that, I'm just going to gather the bottom of the shirt and make it the same height as, or the same circumference as the skirt. So I'm gonna catch you back after that. Alright, so a little trial and error for the dress. I almost gave up, but I didn't. It was just not fitting me right. So, like I've said before, I have a really short torso, so dresses like this don't fit me super well because the torso part is just so short. So I ended up having to chop off like this much off of the skirt and then sew back on the bodice, and it fit correctly because like I was going like this and the dress was going like this, so I needed it to fit me correctly. So I fixed that after I had to take off the bodice and cut and everything. I sewed it back on, and then I ran into another problem. So the back, since it's not really supposed to be as ruffled as the front, kind of looked a little goofy. It wasn't fitting me as tight as I wanted it to, so I ended up taking some sheer fabric and I made some little strips that I can use for a tie in the back. So I pretty much just like sandwiched them into the back and I have a tie. And then the last thing I need to do is hem it, and then this bad boy is done. So I'm gonna see you in the final look. Alright, well, here it is. I think it turned out pretty decent looking. Pretty much how I was imagining it, but it's okay to me. It gives me very much Wendy vibes, like from Peter Pan. So that's kind of cool. Or like maybe Alice vibes from Alice in Wonderland. So I can vibe with that. So yeah, I think it turned out pretty cute. Like, I wish it was nice enough outside that I could go picnic, like, pretty much as soon as it turns winter here, I can go outside and have a picnic. So in a few months, maybe I'll get some content of a picnic in this. But also outside is just dirt, so I'd have to drive to a park. So, minus having to live in Arizona. Yeah, I think this would be like a really cute like date dress or picnic dress or just strolling dress. So I think it turned out pretty good. I wish I didn't ruffle the back. I wish I would have stuck to the pattern and made that not as ruffly because it kind of sticks out, but it's fine. I think the ties that I put on, like the little chiffon ties, turned out really cute, so I like that. So yeah, I think it just turned out pretty good. I'm glad I didn't give up on it. Because I almost did, because I just wasn't feeling the love, but I didn't, and it turned out pretty cute. So yeah, I'm glad that you all joined me on this short little sew. I might be doing a couple more of these, or just like little sewing things until I get inspiration to do something else. So we'll see what happens with my brain then. So yeah, I hope you all liked what I did. Yeah, let me know what you want to see more of. I am down for anything. Let me know crafty things if you want to see too, because I do have a couple other crafty things. Let me know if you want to see some more needle felting, something like that, maybe crochet. I don't know. Just let me know what you want to see, and I'll probably do it. So, anywho, if you liked what I did, go ahead and like and subscribe. I post most Saturdays, mostly at noon, and I will see you in my next video. Thank you for watching.